Okay, this is the first part of the urban farm project, and today we're going to be looking at the build of a larger NFT system. That's a Nutrient-Film.Technique system. Before we get into that build, what I want to do is just give you a quick rundown as to what the urban farm project's all about. From a food point of view, what we're looking to do is become as self-sustainable as possible. Now, we're never going to completely get there, but we're going to aim to get as close as we can. There are a few criteria that we're looking at with regards to this project, and the first one is that it needs to be cost effective. It has to be worth doing. The next criteria is that we're looking to maximize food production for the space that we're using, and a big part of that's going to be working with vertical gardens. The next criteria is for the system to be as self-sustainable as possible, and again, we're never going to get 100% there, but we're going to aim to get as close as we can. One of the big parts of this project also is for us to move towards more organic food, and that's another one of the criteria. The final criteria is that this project can be done by an individual, and to demonstrate that I'll be doing a lot of this work myself. So let's get into the build of the NFT system. Alright, so this is the end product. I've spared you from looking at me putting any more pipes together. These black pipes here, they're the inlet pipes. They've got taps on them so they can adjust the flow rate. And this is the remainder of the system. These are the outlet pipes. They flow into what is now a small reservoir for the hydroponic system. Eventually these will all be redirected once the pond's completed to the pond, and it'll become an aquaponics system. The footprint here is 4.5 meters by 3 meters, so it takes up a 13.5 square meter space, and in that space we can grow 648 plants. Each set of rows, there are 3 sets of rows here. There's 54 meters of pipe in each one, 12 pipes at 4.5 meters, so each set is about 54 meters. One of the potential issues we may face is the water of the nutrient in it starts flowing down these pipes. As it goes through the roots, nutrient's going to be taken up, and eventually by the time you get to the bottom there may be less nutrients in the system. There's probably 2 fixes to this. First of all, put the plants that require the most nutrients at the top, like something like broccoli, and down the bottom we can put stuff like lettuce, and they should be able to grow pretty well. If we do that and it continues to be a problem, we can come in halfway through and add another inlet pipe to put in fresh water halfway through. But I don't know if that's going to end up being an issue. We've got the system over here that we've been running now for a couple of months. We've got our lettuce on the bottom, and we can see that towards the bottom we're getting some fairly good growth here. So it's fairly solid with what we've got. And this system's running fairly well. Between this system and the one we've already established over there, we can accommodate about 792 plants in about a 14.5 square meter footprint. And we can only achieve that by going vertical, as we've done here. So that's pretty much it for this system. It's pretty much, for the most part, been all completed. And now it's time to start potting, which we've already started to do up here. In the beginning they look pretty sad and sorry, but eventually they start to pick up the water and the nutrient and bounce back pretty quickly. So that's where we're at.